That happen. It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They pitch it out to Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get 319.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Forced out to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack here. Caught by Cobb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ground?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Inside.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Fighting through pressure, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. And he's got the hook for the first time with the veteran Jeremy Maclin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Rodgers going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
They start the drive with Cook, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. Again, this is Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
All right.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go.
2nd down, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Kyle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now running right through it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Cousins now on second down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Here we go. Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the carry, it's Cook. And they go the wrong way here, knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here's Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Here we go, all right. Let's go, let's go.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Yellow.
Cousins to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, 88. 319 to none. 319.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. This is taken at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go.
Rodgers now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Come on.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Anthony Barr. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Cook following the penalty. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
To throw is Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go play action. Cousins under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure, and Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hurry up, hurry up.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, come on.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Hurry up.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Kaiser. Looking deep here for Macklin. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Kaiser to throw it. And some strong running, eluding the pressure right. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Got him in open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Shields. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings.
Let's go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. One man in the backfield, Murray on second and goal.
Hey, we're good.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, Williams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Kaiser
on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A second down throw now for Kizer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Kizer. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Kizer now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Kizer. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Ohio, let's go. 190.
2nd down, Kizer. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Flex round, let's go. Grand 38.
Kizer from the gun on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jake Ryan in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play fake. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Let's go.
On first down, Murray. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, Cousins going with a screen for Murray. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw, Cousins, and that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
First down, Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Macklin, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Kaiser. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Kaiser now to throw on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go with Murray again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
thick of the pie, thick of the bag. Meet him a bite, not leasing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. And in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, was trying to forward out. Don't give a. Was up the bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' laugh? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Come back up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a pearl. Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid. She ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slow. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.